Come on, my people, double upload today. Three videos today, actually, because we had to take the last video down and re-upload it because of some complications. But 3 videos in one day. Come on, guys, man. I think that deserves a like in itself. But I may have been wrong about this Aitch and Central C beef. Now, for those of you guys that remember, when Central C first dissed Aitch and people were talking about it, I made a video about this whole beef, basically breaking down how it's fake, and I'll summarize it here if you guys don't want to go back and watch that video, but you can because I'll link it on the screen. Pretty much, Central C signed a £25 million deal with Sony. Aitch distributes with NQ Records, Northern Quarter Records. Northern Quarter Records, I think about a year ago, entered into a partnership with Sony. And in an article in the Music Week website, it outlines in the partnership how NQ is excited for Sony to help them get their artists more international recognition, etc. And that's what I thought the whole beef was, because I thought, what is this beef? This beef doesn't make any sense. And that video actually made a lot of people look at the beef differently. I take full credit for that. But in a recent interview that Aitch has done with Posty on Thoughts in a Cully, one of my favorite UK interview series, Aitch speaks about how this beef has been brewing up. And it starts to make a little bit more sense. But I still think it's being dragged out and orchestrated on purpose, because it just makes too much sense for both of them. You know, it's just too good to be a coincidence, in my opinion. Thank you very much, Fesify. We're just gonna click here.
Cool. I've won the Brit, and as soon as I sat down on the table, there's tweets online from my man who owns that clothing brand saying, like posting a tweet of like when Macklemore won a Grammy over like Kanye and Jay-Z or something, which is a mad thing. So I'm saying that I've bought the Brit and all that, basically implying that I've won the Brit because I'm white. Cool. Now, first of all, it was a public vote, so anyone else you wanted to win, they could have just posted it on the story and been like, vote for me. And the way Central was going on, he would have won. If he would have just posted, vote for me, he would have got more votes than me, but he didn't. Cool. And furthermore, you're going on like I've got this big massive white privilege card, like my man who you're rooting for hasn't got exactly the same card. If you're right in what you're saying, do you get what I mean? Like, are you mad? Like, just because man wears a do-rag, it doesn't take away.
Obviously, Central C's background exactly is Chinese and Guyanese, I believe, but many people would look at him and say he's white himself.
They can't look at him. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Are you following me right now?
Yeah, that's one thing people don't seem to be able to wrap their heads around. Like, it's like the best example I can give you is someone like Andrew Tate saying he's black. Someone my color and someone his color do not experience the world the same. You get what I'm trying to say, bruv?
No,
you following me?
You haven't made a point that's not valid.
Right.
I think right now Posty from Grand Daily can't really benefit from Central C because he uploads on his own platform anyway, so nothing really going against Central C is going to cause any backlash or lose him any money anyway.
Oh, cool. So that's that, right? Bearing in mind, I've never met my man. I don't know this guy. Yeah, cool. So the person you're rooting...
Bro, Fesify. Posty's trying to be cool with everybody in the industry, bro. That benefits him the most. Posty wants Sench to do a Thoughts in a Cully eventually, bro. Posty wants Sench to turn up to his events. It's in Posty's best interest to keep as many people in the industry on side as he can.
Rooting for, skin tone wise, is literally my colour. But for some reason, I'm a cunt for winning the Brit because I'm white on a public vote. Sweet, there's that point done. Now, after that, yeah, he tweeted something else a couple of weeks ago or something. Yeah.
Obviously, Aitch dissed him numerous times in the Central C diss track, and Clint just left it, and he waited a while, then randomly he just said, "Truly humbled that God allowed my existence to be used for a tool for Aitch to sustain his career in this recession. I'm happy to know I fed him and his managers and his family." He even done the math from the situation.
I gotta give it this Clint, guys. He just chats, bro. I swear. I swear down, yeah. I don't understand his clothing brand or nothing. All I hear people say is this guy just tweets and chats bears, bro. That's it. I swear on my life, like, bro, like, big ups to him. He's made waves in fashion, bro. But I don't understand Cortez. I never understood it. But I'm not a fashion guy anyway. But I just don't get it. I just don't understand.
Situation saying 7 mil streams.
Like, I see videos of people like going to these drops, people giving like their Monclers and stuff. I don't get it. Like, the guy's a marketing genius, because I just don't get it, bro.
In 2 months, that's £30,000.
My head, this is like, you're just, and I'm not saying this slagging a man off, but I'm saying this just explaining myself. You must be a bit of an insecure little boy, because you've got an amazing clothing brand that makes millions of pounds a year, probably. I can't drive down the road in London without seeing someone wearing it. On a collab with Nike, You're probably rich, yeah? We've never met. What the fuck are you talking about me for? You get me? What? He tweeted something at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So you're laying in bed thinking about me, like you've not got Nike in your emails doing a collab. You've got X amount of money in your bank account. The Brit was 3 years ago. So what is it that's made you tweet about me?
We'll get into it, but Aitch says he's into any Twitter wars, and every single time there's been hype around the situation between Central C, Cortez, and Aitch, he's always done it through music to benefit. Even the first time this happened, he put a little diss in there with his clothing logo over a freestyle.
What, a month later, you sat in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning scratching your head thinking about me, you want to tweet about me? I think you must be fucking stupid if you can't see where my man's just a weirdo at that point. Do you get what I mean? Because like what you talk, I'm not even from here, bro. I'm not even from here. I'm chilling, I'm just doing my own thing, don't bother no one, and you've got this mad problem with me. Even people I've had genuine physical problems with, I see now and we shake each other's hand. It's like, yes, my brother, what's going on? You good? So it's mad that, you know what I mean, everyone's so successful. We can all, if we all got put in a room together now, we could all look at each other and go, well done, lads. Do you know what I mean? But you're tweeting about a man at 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you get what I mean? And then people want to go on like, I'm overreacting, when I'm like, when I say something like, shut up, I'll punch your head in. Because I'm also not on some, I never once said I'm a bad man, but I also never once said I'm down to have Twitter wars with anyone.
So thank you, Festify, for that nice little catch up on the situation. Subscribe to Festify. To put it short, H, because it seems like this has really got under H's skin, and you know when something gets under your skin, it's so annoying, bro. It's just like, oh, fuck that guy, bro. I mean, like, I know what it's like when there's somebody who just gets under your skin and you're just thinking, bruv, my man's a weirdo. You know, trust me, H. I hear that very much. But this Cortez guy this Clint guy just don't like you, bro. He just doesn't like you. I mean, I don't think it could really be a race thing unless Clint is more deluded than Shawnee. If you guys remember Shawnee, yeah? If you guys remember Shawnee Caballero. Unless they're both as deluded as each other and they think Sench ain't white. Technically, he might not be white, but he's white passing, bro. Not even just a close white passing, like very, very white passing, bro. Even Bambino said it, bro. Hair in a bun, all of that, bro. Bambino had to tell him to take his hair out of a bun. So unless Clint's deluded himself into thinking that, I reckon it might be because you're from Manchester. He's just thinking, how's this guy from Manchester come and run a Brit Award, you know? I think it might be in Manchester, the fact that you're from Manchester. But then maybe it's not, because I'm sure that guy, Sench, has just hopped on a feature with Nems. Sench just hopped on Nems' album, so I'm sure that means Clint's cool with Nems. I'm sure I've even seen Nems wear Cortez before or something. I think so. Yeah, I'm seeing what I found a year ago is Nems did a Cortez release or did a campaign with them for their Nike Harachis. I don't understand this brand, bro. Like, how are they dropping Harachis? Like, is this fashion? Is wearing Harachis fashion again? I'm really not a fashion guy, bro. I'm so confused. But big ups to Clint and big ups to H, you know? Maybe Clint's just trying to stand on what he said. Or maybe this beef's only dragging H because Clint's probably even thinking like, bruv, you won a Brit Award. Why the fuck do you care what I think? I make freaking Harachis. I think it's more that H, you know? Because you say Cortez guy might be an insecure little boy. Maybe that's you projecting, bro. Maybe you still feel like a little boy in this city because you're from Manchester, bro. Maybe you still don't feel like you belong. Who knows? I still think this beef is bullshit. Not the beef with Clint, but the beef with Central C. I don't know, man. I don't know, but I don't feel like you can fake those type of emotions in that interview. Like, H was genuinely pissed, and we're forgetting that Central C dissed him on his album as well. But it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. So apparently at Central C's show in Manchester, Central C didn't do it, but A2 Anti, shout out A2 Anti as well. My cousin's your engineer, bro. He played me some of your unreleased. They're actually freaking cold, bro. I think he actually finally dropped that gang song. Like that song way overdue, bro. Let me even listen to that actually after this. Yeah, but A2 Anti, I don't know what you're doing here, bro.
So yeah, Central C's goons last night at his performance were saying pull up to Aitch, and also saying Aitch we want to talk another guy because he was performing in Manchester. Central C had a show at the Co-op Live.
Where's H?
Apparently Central C was playing more mind games when he put on his rain beat like he was going to come out and then just rapped his own song over it.
This guy's taking the piss, bro. What is this? Yeah, it's not a good look on Central C, to be honest with you. It's not a good look. Bro, guys, Bambino's told it all to us, bro, okay? Bambino said it all already. I'm trying to think what could likely be going on here because we've already got the label link, which is a clear link that shows this could it just makes sense. It's too sweet to be a coincidence. But do you think YBs would let this guy do some dumb shit like this? Like, remember YBs? YBs is the guy who took him from, you know, day in the life all the way to who he is now. YBs is the brains behind this whole thing. Let's not get it twisted, bro. Central C without YBs is C. C without any E's, bro. Just C. Just the letter C. So I can't see YBs. YBs is the chess player, bro. YBs is always playing chess with his artist, bro. I can't see YBs letting this guy do some stupid shit like this. Because YBs would be smart enough to know that this is just gonna this is just gonna turn public opinion against you even more. Or do they really just not give a damn about the UK? Have they just done this as a stunt, hoping it goes viral in America and people in America don't see through what's going on here? Because as Bambino said in the interview, Central, you were not like that, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I've defended Central C multiple times, saying like, yo, you don't need to actually be banging guns to rap about guns and killings and stuff, because you can grow up around it. You can have these, when you grow up around it, you can have things like this come up in conversations, bro. Maybe he's using his guys, his brethrens as the crash dummies, bro. But then he's playing into it by you know, rapping over the rain beat. But YBs would be in control of all of this. This just looks very wet. I don't like calling things wet, but this is very wet. It's like, what is going on here? Like you lot are better than this. What is this? I don't know, guys. Do you reckon it's what I said months ago when Central C dropped his album? That's a collaboration between Sony and NQ Records to get Aitch relevant again, because Aitch musically hasn't really been relevant for a while. He kind of turned into a content creator. He was associated with Young Philly. We all know what happened to Young Philly. Now you need to be as far away from Young Philly as you can humanly possibly be. I mean, technically he is, because Young Philly's in Australia and we're here, which is, I mean, yeah, we're actually probably one of the furthest places you can get away from Young Philly right now, to be fair. But let's even check the streams on Aitch's diss track. Oh, nah, retracted. Aitch is doing perfectly fine, mate. He's dropping his album in 60 days. Oh, sensational promo run. I'm sorry. This just makes sense. And does it say who's distributed the album? Oh, yes, it does. NQ Records. NQ Records. NQ Records. You ain't fooling me. You ain't fooling me, Aitch. You ain't fooling us, all right? You know, you nearly had me. You nearly had me. You nearly had me, bro. Stop trying to orchestrate this bullshit, all right? Because Tankz, I saw this the second you lot tried this shit. I saw it the second you tried it. Shit don't get past me. I just connect the dots. You know why? Because the best advice I was ever given in my life is just follow the money. Just follow the money and it'll always take you to the answer. In life, guys, I advise you in life, if you notice something that doesn't make any sense and you think, why is this happening? Just follow the money and then you'll be like, oh, do that for everything in life. We live in a capitalist society, guys. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is our second upload today. We are going to be posting 4 videos every single day for 30 days across 4 channels. We have this channel, we have the Tankz Clips channel, we have the Tankz Talks channel, the new channel where you can get all of my geopolitical and up-to-date current news content. And we have made the Click It podcast channel, the podcast channel, where we're going to be posting the full-length podcast, because I've now figured out the YouTube algorithm and I understand that now makes way more sense to do. So please only go and watch and subscribe on the channel that you will be most interested in. And you know what, Chung Lee, what do you think of this whole beef? We've been hearing a lot more from you recently. Chung Lee says it's a different, Chung Lee don't even know, you know, and Chung Lee knows everything. Damn. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.